What's up, y'all? Let's get straight into it. Honestly, I do not know why these things we talk about come to pass so quickly. I believe I've identified three main reasons a lot of young black people are leaving the church. The first reason is false prophets. The second reason is false teachings. And the third reason is false hope. Let's start at first, false prophets. One of the ways you can tell a false prophet is when they speaking of God and claim everything of God, but they doing everything opposite of God. Too many black people, especially young black people, they see it and they hear their parents talking on what's really going on in the church. We got too many real false prophets in these churches. That forecast has come to pass. The Holy Word tells you, ladies and gentlemen, beware of false prophets. I won't go as far as to call T.D. Jakes a false prophet, but I will go as far to say this. You got to realize when you're wrong, when just the simple optics of how you moving is wrong. I'm not going to get in the mud with those speculations and put that on that man's name and all that. I hope ain't in that shit true. But Bishop Jakes, you was flying way too close to that fire, man. It ain't a good look. You're supposed to lead by example. Give example myself. I'm a single black man, a single father, raising my daughter and keeping the options open for my queen to come into my life and help me to continue to build this kingdom. But until that happens, I have to sustain for many things. Shouts out to Brother A.O. Conseco, give me the formula of the 3 S's. I take that very seriously. I'm not perfect, but I do have a standard and some guidelines I follow in my life. But when you're trying to do right, then you see a so-called bishop up there kicking it with these people at these freak-offs, at the P. Diddy shit, it'll make you question what you doing. And you should never question the word. If you're biblically following that word and trying to live a righteous life, you can't be deterred from what others are doing. Because in that holy word, it says, test that spirit. Beware of false prophets. And Bishop Jakes, I hope you realize it just wasn't a good look. Brother P.O.E. ain't gonna accuse you of anything. I enjoyed your books when I read them. I got something out of them. That was years ago. I don't recognize the same T.D. Jakes of those books I read 15 years ago. You can't hang with these celebrities like that, bro. Listen, you have enough influence out here in the world. You don't have to go to these people. Have these people come to you for spiritual guidance. You cannot go on a playing field because you're gonna look like you part of it when you probably ain't. But the one thing I can't figure out is why are we allowed to break our norms and standards and no longer looking like we holy? When it comes to church, y'all, I think it's a place of pure holiness. Only holiness is supposed to take place there. I'm not understanding the holiness when I see a man basically twerking in the pulpit to Beyonce. A man in a security uniform or whatever he had on, basically twerking to Beyonce in that pulpit, and you right behind him, almost encouraging it on. I didn't understand that. I didn't understand how when Tyler Perry, all people, gave you some money and touched your head and you went off like you caught that ghost off of receiving money. So you telling me that Tyler Perry is ordained and have a spiritual power like that just because he got money? And when he touch your head, that's how you act? I'm not understanding that. Not judging you at all. Everybody falls short of the glory of God. Everybody has to ask for forgiveness. I get it. I understand it. The only thing I'm saying is, bro, in your situation, in your position, you're supposed to be leading by example. Your example at all times has to look holy and not look like anything else. It definitely not associated with a secular interference in that. And when I see it, I don't understand it, man. Beware of false prophets. Always test that spirit. Test it against God's word. That's it. If they are Christian, based on the Bible, you test it against the Bible. If it don't line up with that, watch out. Thank you for tuning in. God bless. One team.